The second thing that is akin to usury, which is unfortunately does occur, is guilting someone into giving something. Guilting someone into giving something. I've seen some fundraisers where they literally point at people and say, right, you're a lawyer, right? You make how much a year? Right, on stage, right? You make how much a year? And you're only giving 5,000? Right? Astaghfirullah. Everyone say astaghfirullah. Right? That money is haram. That money is haram. Even if he gives it, it is haram to use that money. And the principle is كُلُّ مَا أُخِذَ بِسَيْفِ الْحَيَاءِ فَهُوَ بِمَنْزِلَةِ الرِّبَا. Anything that is taken with the sword of shame and guilting people, right, is the same as usury, is akin to usury. Right? And this does happen. It does happen. Right? People are kind of intimidated into buying something, or intimidated into giving money, or intimidating into loaning money. That money is haram to use. That money is haram. It's obligatory to give that money back, even if they gave it to them and gave it. So that is also akin to usury, and that applies to wealth or property. It applies to anything of value. The next thing is what's called gharar. Gharar, it's a hard word to say. Gharar is deceptive uncertainty. Right? So I will sell you, for instance, I will sell you my protection. Right? That if anything goes wrong with your house, right, I will take care of it. Right? So what actually are you buying? We don't even know, right? If something happens to your car, right? Don't worry, I'll clarify in a second. Everyone's like, oh my God, right? But it's a type, right? So if something happens to your car, right? You pay me $300 a month or whatever it is, right? And in the case that something does happen to your car, I got you. I'll take care of it. Right? That's gharar, right? That's deceptive uncertainty. There is no actual item of sale. The item of sale does not exist, right? It's a possibility that you're selling. So almost all conventional modes of insurance are haram. However, huge caveat. However, because if there is a necessity because of the place that one lives in, or there would be a gross potential harm on that person for not having that, then it is considered permissible according to the contemporary scholars, for the sake of the need and for the sake of the necessity. And we have a principle in our tradition that al-darurat tubihu al-mahdhurat, that necessities permit certain things that are impermissible. Like, for instance, if we're all going to starve and poor Bessie is the only food in the city, right, then we're allowed to eat Bessie. In fact, some scholars would say it's obligatory to eat Bessie. Right? That is, it's not allowed to let yourself die if you have that option. Right? And it's mentioned in the Quran as well. Right? So certain times there's necessities. So for instance, if someone lives in a place where they have no trouble whatsoever. They live on the top floor of their own store, and all of their family lives on the same block. They don't need anything, and they never travel because they're afraid of highways. Right? They don't need any car insurance at all. Right? Then it would be better to leave it. It would be better to leave it. But if someone lives in rural Makanji, right, where the closest store is 15 minutes away, right, on a good day, if you don't get caught by the train, right, then it would be very difficult for them to live without that car. And civilly, right, it's illegal to drive without insurance, right? So that would be permissible. Similar, if a person has a gross, or someone has a medical condition, a severe medical condition, which would likely cause them to need medical attention consistently, such that would be a financial burden on them if they didn't have insurance, then it would be permissible for them to have insurance. But things that are not permissible, things that would not be permissible are things that are beyond the need. There is no need in that. Right? Like for instance, life insurance. Life insurance, a person could save their own money. They can do, but there's no direct need, right, for that. Right? So I don't know any scholar that has kind of extended that permissibility to life insurance. or to other types of insurance. But if the principle is, if there is a necessity that will cause you harm in not having that, then it would be permissible. In a more idealistic society, there is an alternative, because privatizing insurance is another one of those things that's just causing huge disparity, right, and huge injustice in the world. And if you look in, you can Google the data, the greatest section of debts of American citizens is medical debt. It's medical debt. Whereas the Islamic alternative, which would be Takaful, which everyone pulls their money together and then they, as need, they take from the money, right? That would be the better example, a better option. And there are options like that in America.